The air is thick with smoke from dazzling fireworks and from barbecues, lots of barbecues. There's music, there's reggae, rap, hip-hop, Middle Eastern music, rocking the streets. On every stage and every parking lot, it seems, there's a host of dance companies and contemporary bands and comedians. The very atmosphere would seem to be electric with raw Israeli talent. And in Jerusalem, our hometown, there's this peculiar custom where young people go out in the streets at night with very large plastic hammers and gleefully bash one another over the head. Go figure. But one of the most tangible and unusual features of Israel Independence Day is the prominent exhibition of numbers. Numbers. I don't mean apartment numbers or house numbers. They don't appear on doorways or on mailboxes. Rather, these numbers are placed atop our tallest buildings. They're emblazoned on facades, and they're backlit above our airport and above our parliament, the Knesset. And the numbers, friends, the numbers are all the same. They're the numbers of the years that Israel has enjoyed independence. Now this too, as far as I know, is uniquely Israeli. Each July 4th, Americans also have parades, they have barbecues. But this July 4th, how many buildings in the United States will sport the number 237? How many of you knew that number? In France, this July 4th, will the Eiffel Tower be crowned with the number 224? Major League Baseball is now celebrating its 144th anniversary. I ask you, how many stadiums in the United States will have the number 144 up in lights? But in Israel, everybody knows the number, and they can see that number proudly displayed, and nobody asks why. For the reason is simple. It's painfully simple. For 2,000 years, we were not a free people in our own land. We were a dispersed and an exiled people. We were subjected to persecutions, to inquisitions, to expulsions, culminating in the largest mass massacre in history. But we never forgot our land. And finally, we returned to that land, and we forged our freedom. Still, enemies arose to deny us that liberty. Armies, terrorists rose against us. They sought to drive us into the sea or to wipe us off the map. But we learned to defend ourselves. Like the Minutemen in early America, we became a vigilant nation at arms. And we learned about freedom's costs. That is why Israel's Memorial Day, the day of profound sadness, immediately precedes our Independence Day. That is to remind us of that cost. Even today, the Middle East is rife with regimes and movements dedicated to our destruction. One of them, in Iran, is developing nuclear weapons with the purpose of doing just that. We will not let it happen. We are grateful to President Obama and to the Congress for their commitment to Israel's security. We appreciate their determination to prevent Iran from developing those nuclear weapons. Yet we also thank President Obama, who during his recent historic visit to Israel, and I was honored to accompany him on that visit, we thank him for reaffirming our right to defend ourselves by ourselves against any Middle Eastern threat. The security of the Jewish people in Israel is so important, the President declared in Jerusalem, because it can never, ever be taken for granted. Indeed, we do not take a single moment for granted. Israel this year is 65 years old. Now, by some country standards, we're merely teenagers. Yet at 65, we're older than about 2/3 of the member states in the UN. Believe that? A vibrant democracy, Israel is older than more than half of the democracies in the world. Given our neighborhood in light of the fact that we've never known a second of real peace, those statistics are astonishing. So too are our accomplishments in virtually every field of science, technology, medicine, and the arts. We are a nation of 8 million, the second most educated population in the world. We're a global leader in healthcare and innovation, and we have more Nobel Prize winners than we do Olympic gold medal winners. Imagine bragging about that. And in the Middle East, we are the only country that is stable, militarily and economically robust, fiercely democratic, and unreservedly, unabashedly, proudly pro-American. Back at the time of our founding in 1948, Israel was a penniless backwater of swampland, of sand, with a population less than that of this city, and less than that of Washington, D.C. Now imagine what it feels like for our founders today. Most of them are in their 80s at their youngest. Imagine what it feels like for those founders to gaze up at the radiant skyline of Tel Aviv and see blazing at the top of our skyscrapers the number 65. Numbers are prominent on Israeli Independence Day, but so too are flags. Now, we're not unusual here. Most people celebrate their national day with one flag, but in Israel we are unusual because we celebrate it with two flags. The first flag is blue and white. It's somewhere behind me, and has one star on it. The second flag is blue and white and red, and it has 50 stars on it. Together, they flutter. You can see them from car windows, balconies, and lampposts. Those banners represent a multifaceted alliance, ardently shared democratic values, deep spiritual ties, and the firmest bonds possible of friendship. That is a friendship that will accompany us and help us to remain strong as our numbers atop our buildings increase into 3 digits and beyond. Israel today is 65 years old, and celebrating our independence, our most joyous moment, is for us inextricably linked with love and admiration for the United States of America. Thank you.